for more on this disturbing development, a global affairs analyst, Colins Nweke, joins me from Belgium. Thank you so much for joining us on World Now. Now, the question that readily came to mind after hearing the news of Abe's attack was that how come a person of that caliber of Abe who would want to kill, and the question really is, who would want to kill Abe and why?
Thank you, Ibrahim, for having me. Well, that is a question that begs answer, Ibrahim, because Japan does have this, kind of liberal attitude towards, liberty, freedom, and the need for, politicians to be accessible to the public and be able to interact with them. I think that is the first point of consideration. Now, the second point of consideration is the fact that there is a very, very strict gun law in Japan, and what that means is that for gun to get into the hands of anybody, there is usually a very, very strong, very, very strict, process that actually ensures that the person is of sound mind, no criminal records, and so on and so forth. So gun ownership is at a very, very low level. Now, that perhaps explains the reason that, the assassin actually, used a homemade handgun, because, of course, it would have been nearly impossible for him to secure the ammunition that he used in the assassination. So, yes, access, easy access to public figures, which is a tradition, a political tradition in Japan. And, the fact that the young person, the man that carried out this attack, a 41-year-old man, also has a military past. He had served in the Marine, and so he was able to knock this gun together that he used in this, attack.
Oh, Abe was a statesman, and of course, was very influential with policies when he was a prime minister, and very, very notable among the world leaders. I mean, what does this say about the security of lives in Japan? If such a man could be killed in that gruesome manner, how much more of an ordinary citizen?
What it means is that obviously things are not going to be the same anymore. As a matter of fact, just to bring home, the situation to viewers in Africa, in Nigeria, for instance, we have seen the ongoing campaign and the fact that one of the leading candidates is one that is seen to also be highly accessible, does not quite have very strong security details around him. I believe that an assassination of this nature also raises questions as to how long such a candidate can actually continue and make himself accessible as he currently does. I believe that such a conversation, definitely following the death of Abe, will begin to happen in Japan, so that at least there will be a stricter security details around public figures. It is not going to be easy because, like I mentioned from the onset, this is the tradition. People don't, lock themselves up or surround themselves with barricades and, gun-trotting, security details. But life is very precious, and so it will definitely be part of the debate going forward.
Quite sad. Like you said earlier, gun violence is extremely rare in Japan, where handguns are banned, and incidents of political violence are almost unheard of. But could this shocking killing change Japan forever?
There are signs that things are not going to be the same anymore. The extent to which it is going to change Japan remains to be seen. I believe that at this moment, The focus is more on what Shinzo Abe meant for Japan. His legacies, the things he will be remembered for. I mean, quite apart from the fact that he is the longest serving Japanese prime minister. He's left a very solid footprint in the sand of Japan's politics. I believe that's where people are concentrating on now. But with time, when all of this begins to make sense, if it will ever make sense, the conversation will then shift to what reforms will be necessary to prevent a reoccurrence of this sort of assassination.
Well, thank you very kindly. Global Affairs Analyst Colins Nweke joining us live from Belgium. Thank you for your insight.
Thank you very much for having me.